This is how you get this person to fall in love with you, to want to be with you, to stop ignoring you by saying, I matter. My schedule matters. My life matters. My interests matter. What I like to do matters. I am important too. It's not just all about them. If you are currently being ignored by someone you love, someone that you want to be in a relationship with, someone you are in a relationship with right now, and you're afraid they're losing interest, maybe your marriage has gone stale, maybe someone's threatening to leave you or they have left you and you want them back, so you want them to stop ignoring you. One of the biggest things that you can do to manifest this is to show that you matter. Now, the reason for this is because if you put all of your attention on them, for example, saying affirmations that they love you, or doing visualizations about them, or doing any sort of techniques like whispering in their ear, if you're doing all of these things, it's all about them. You are essentially making yourself invisible in this equation. So really, it's no wonder that they continue to ignore you, because you haven't made yourself at the center of the manifesting. You haven't essentially proved why you are their perfect person too. All you've been doing is sort of giving all this evidence as to why they are your perfect person. They are your perfect fit. They are amazing. They are wonderful. They're attractive. But what about you? If you continually make yourself invisible, you will never become a magnetic match to having them be wildly in love with you, attracted to you, wanting to be with you all of the time, begging to see you, in constant communication with you. You know, all of that good stuff that you're not currently getting. Okay, so before we get to that, make sure you do smash that subscribe button to manifest the life of your dreams. I release content all of the time. Tips, tricks, and hacks to make your life better. Would you like some one-on-one help? I still have a few spots remaining for my 10-minute bonus coaching call. This offer will not last forever, so make sure to head over to dreamlifebyveronica.com right now. Grab your spot. Let's talk. I cannot wait to help. You need to show the universe, the world, everyone right now that you matter. This is basically the golden rule of manifesting. And if you have been struggling to manifest love, this may be the very part that you are missing. Because if you want someone to gravitate towards you, to chase you, to not be able to get enough of you, then you have to show that you're worth all of these things. You need to realize that you matter first. This person will never make you matter in their life if you do not matter in your own life. Now, the first thing you need to do is take them off of the pedestal. You know, the place that's way far above you where they can never actually be with you. Now, placing someone on a pedestal or a desire on a pedestal is a very common thing to do because you want this really badly. So essentially, it's very important to you. But placing it on a pedestal means you can never actually exist on the same plane of space with it. It will always be higher above you. You will always be reaching for it. You will always be grasping for it, and you'll never actually have it. So, what we want to do is knock them off of the pedestal. The idea of being with them cannot control your happiness. You need to detach from your desperation for them. You may not even realize that you're desperate for them, but you may be making these classic mistakes. The second you alter these things, the second you remedy these things, your results will change almost instantly. If you don't believe me, try it, give it 24 hours. You'll be shocked and amazed how fast things change. So you can check yourself of whether or not this person is on a pedestal by asking yourself these questions. Are you constantly saying things like, if I could only be with this person, my life would be complete. Being with this person is the answer to my prayers. Being with this person would make everything right. Being with this person would take away all of my sadness right now and make things just wonderful. This person is so wonderful, unlike anyone I've ever met before, and they are the only person in the entire world that can ever make me happy. The connection between us is so strong that I can never replicate this with another person ever. They're the only one. This person connects with me in a way that no one else does, and no one else can ever understand me. This person makes me happy in a way that I've never experienced happiness before, and they're the only one that can make me happy. Now, all of these statements imply that the person is on the pedestal. Now, I'm not saying that you cannot think loveliness about this person. Obviously, if they are your love, the person you want to be with, clearly they are special. But they cannot have so much power over your happiness that it feels like they're the one, the only, the be-all, end-all in that instance, They hold so much power over you because they are high above on a pedestal, and basically you are at their mercy. And basically what you are saying is that you can never be happy until the day comes when they decide to be with you. Now, the problem with statements like this is that you make this person far more important than you. So if they were to call, you would jump at the chance to be with them, to talk to them. You would drop everything else that you were doing, rearrange your schedule, rush to be with them. If you find yourself tempted by the idea of this, like, yeah, if they called right now, I would literally skip class, I would walk out on my job, I would have to get to them ASAP. Maybe these are dramatic statements, but you get the idea that I'm trying to convey. So you will know if they are on a pedestal, if they feel larger than life, the answer to your prayers, the one, the only. And again, I'm not saying they can't be special for you. I'm just saying to try to be very aware of not making statements that place them on a pedestal. And the reason for this is because if they are on a pedestal, you can never manifest them. You will never be with them because they will always be this dreamlike quality, this thing that you are grasping for, reaching for, this thing, this illusionary thing that holds power over you. So it's like they are the answer to your prayers. Nothing is the answer to your prayers. If you're trying to manifest something as becoming the source of your happiness, that thing will never, in fact, bring you the pleasure, the satisfaction, the joy that you think it will. In fact, if you are placing that level of importance on this, you would be very disappointed, because if you were to manifest this person in this kind of instance, and I guarantee you wouldn't, but let's say hypothetically you would find that you are actually in the same predicament that you are right now, which may be broken, which may be hollow inside, which may be lost, searching for happiness, meaning, peace, all of this stuff this person is not going to give you. And if you feel like there's such an enormous amount of pressure on this person to deliver this, you not only make yourself invisible, you make yourself non-important. You will not, in fact, manifest them. And like I said, even if you were to, by some fluke, it wouldn't last and it wouldn't be at all satisfying. You would be so bored, so disappointed, and probably want someone else ASAP. Now, you need to stop pushing them away by making them larger than life and placing them on a pedestal. They need to be on the same plane as you. Now, this does not mean that they have to be average or like you have to force yourself to not want them anymore. That's not what I'm saying at all. You just want to signal to the universe that you are their perfect fit. You are amazing too. You are, in fact, their equal. So it isn't that they are perfection and you are waiting at their mercy. It is, in fact, that you are amazing, lovely. You can't have so much pressure on them to make you happy because this will push them away. Because again, no one can make you happy in this way. You have to be the provider of your own happiness, your own well-being. You have to be the answer to your prayers. Now, the only way to effectively manifest this person, to be madly in love with you, to stop ignoring you, all of these things as you want, is to, in fact, become a vibrational match to it. And that is showing your worthiness, showing how amazing you are, probably thinking about them far less because you want to emulate the end result. And in the end result, you're with them, you're in an amazing relationship. This doesn't mean you think about them all the time. This doesn't mean that the world revolves around them. It means, in fact, that the world revolves around you. And they are, in fact, a complement to your already lovely, vibrant life. They aren't your life. You see the distinction? So if they're not communicating with you right now, you are not sad, struggling to have faith that everything that is going to be okay. You are not at home crying. Again, these might be exaggerations, but I'm trying to make you realize that the only way you're going to manifest them is if you find that happiness from within. You stop crying, you stop needing them so much, you stop checking up on them on social media, you stop stalking their friends, checking out their whereabouts, who they're talking to, etc., etc. You need to quit all of that and live your life as you would in this amazing relationship. You need to take your power back. You need to realize why they may not be good enough for you. Have you even considered this? Or is it all about, oh my God, will they ever want to be with me? But is it, are they good enough for me? You want to take your power back and feel like you have amazing options available to you. Now, you might be saying to me, I legitimately don't have amazing options available to me. I'm very picky, and this person fits all of my, checks all of my boxes, and they are the right one. And I'm not saying you can't have that person. But what I'm saying is if you make them larger than life, you make them so high above you, you are going to be forever stuck in want and need and desperation. You will never actually have them. You have to start giving out a signal as to why you are worthy, your full worth, your full value, what makes you shine. So I want you to think about the type of relationship that you want, how this person treats you. And then I want you to see if you feel resistance towards the idea of having this. Do you feel yourself worthy? Would you feel anxiety if this happened right now? And I don't even want you to imagine this person right now. And if you're too afraid to take this step of not imagining them for fear that you're going to suddenly be tired of them, move on from them, or suddenly want someone else, then they are on a pedestal. You have to make you at the heart of your manifesting. This is all about you identifying the kind of relationship that you want and then forming a self-concept that in fact allows you to receive it. If your self-concept is not in check, if your self-talk is not in check, you will never have anyone, let alone this person. So it's time to do some soul searching as to how you feel around the idea of being in a successful relationship and being loved and what that means to you. Do you feel worthy of this? Do you feel like if that happened right now that it would be long lasting, or would you be scared of losing it? Do you feel that this person is the one, the only, the answer to your prayers? If yes, you need to work on that and start feeling yourself empowered and in control and saying, well, we'll try out a relationship with this person and see if they're good enough for me. Instead of waiting until this person decides to give you the time of day. You need to make yourself a priority in terms of manifesting love. You need to feel worthy of it. Love yourself like no other. Start seeing yourself as high value with really high standards. For example, this relationship that you want, allowing it to be better than the best, really, really high standards. Or are you willing to settle right now for second best because you just want to be with this person? You have to put your needs first. You have to identify what your needs are. And then listen in terms of limiting beliefs that say you cannot have that. And it's really just about talking yourself through this, forming mindfulness, noticing any limiting beliefs, and vowing to, in fact, heal them. We heal them through forgiveness, through noticing them, and through allowing yourself not to constantly reinforce them. It really is as simple as that. Manifesting love, manifesting this person to stop ignoring you, to want to be with you, is really just about honoring yourself, realizing you matter, realizing your manifesting isn't all about this person. And again, when I said that, if you think that I'm trying to trick you to move on so that you can go general and find someone new, that isn't the case at all. If your first assumption was that, then again, this person is on a pedestal. And I guarantee you, anything in your life that is on a pedestal will always be forever out of your reach. You will never actually have that. And this applies to money, the perfect job, the perfect home, the perfect body. It applies to anything. Keep things off of a pedestal. You are the answer to your prayers. No one else is. Take notice of those limiting beliefs. Really just shining a light on them can be enough, because you may have been trying to ignore them in favor of saying positive affirmations. Positive affirmations said thousands of times will never, in fact, heal limiting beliefs. Go to the source. Go to the source, which is your concept of self. The best way that you can measure this is how you talk to yourself by default throughout the day. And just vow to start cleaning up that self-image little by little. That's all it takes. A little goes a long way. Again, try it out for 24 hours. See what I mean. I bet you anything the results will speak for themselves. Need to turn around a rejection? This could be love, this could be business related, friendships, whatever. Check out this video here.